No. Really? 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 That's rude.
Where I was.
Okay, Dios. شفت القفزة دي؟
Get your ball, get your ball.
All right, everybody.
Wow.
Studio Live,
Look a little
number
different.
13.
13. That's
13.
unlucky.
Yeah, it's looking a little different around here. A
is
little
a
more
little
crowded, but we
Yeah,
like
more
it that way.
crowded.
We're just gonna add a new person each week, and then eventually we'll have a whole.
That's right.
Eventually,
room.
we'll all be back.
We'll all be back.
Yeah.
That's gonna
right.
be how that works.
Sounds good. I think we should do that. But welcome to Studio Live. We're glad that you're tuning in today. We're going to have a great time together, and we're so glad, Adam, that you are here, man. We have been waiting for a long time for this, and so we are glad that you're here.
We're privileged.
So
Excited to be here.
yeah, and Adam's first Sunday was this past Sunday, and if you didn't get to join us in person this past Sunday, you'll have another opportunity this Sunday because we're gonna have normal services this Sunday. Well, I say normal as it can be right now, right? Yeah. But we have a 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock service, so come say hi to us. We would love for you to come to the 11 o'clock service. That's kind of the student service, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we would love for you to do that, to come say hi to Adam, say hi to me. You can even say hi to David if you
You
want.
can come find me. You can come
No
find me at the
pressure.
South restroom because
Yeah, that's right.
apparently nobody goes to that restroom. So I was just lonely the entire morning this last
Yeah.
Sunday because I'm like monitoring the restrooms and there's
Yeah.
like nobody goes there.
You can check out David at his restroom post.
Yes.
Restroom post.
Great time.
But anyway, so we would love to see you and say hi. So come and join us. But if you can't, you can still check it out online, and that's okay too. But we are excited to be kind of back in the habit of coming to church. It was way too long. So anyway, I hope you're having a good day. It is wonderful weather, guys. It's like almost no humidity. Like here, it's crazy in the summer in this time of the year. But anyway, we're certainly glad. So get out and do something. Enjoy being in the nice weather. But anyway. But Adam, seriously though, buddy, I'm so glad you're here. I know God is going to do some incredible things in student ministry because you're here. He's going to work through you, and there's a ton of students out there that are excited about meeting you and getting to work with you, and I'm excited you're here, getting to work with you and stuff, and David is as well. But man, just excited about the possibilities.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna be
if
good.
you're
It's gonna be
here
good.
watching, comment below and let Adam know how happy you are for him to
Comment.
be here.
That's right.
And if they don't
Subscribe.
comment, that
Like.
means they're not happy. They're just like, nope.
That means
Like,
they're totally sad.
Totally
And
sad.
yeah, just totally
You know.
neutral.
Right.
Neutral.
No, but let us know you're here and say hi to Adam. You can say hi to us as well, but
Right.
mainly say
No
hi
pressure.
to Adam. Yeah.
And we've got some
No pressure.
special welcomes in just a little bit from viewers and stuff like that.
That's exciting.
We're gonna do, so that'll be cool. Just a little bit later on, but anyway, I do want to encourage you to continue to sign up for the reminds. That is gonna enable you to be a part of the trivia question at the end to be able to win a Sonic gift card. So
Man.
go ahead, if you're in junior high, sign up for the junior high one. If a high school, sign up for the high school one. And
You're telling me you
you'll have an
could win a
opportunity.
Sonic gift card.
Absolutely, bro.
A Sonic gift card. In
Sonic
this kind
gift
of heat, that's
I know.
something we need.
You do, and you know the cool thing about Sonic gift cards is they like last forever because you can go like you can order from the app, you right, and get it half price,
Right.
happy hour half price, and it'll like you can get like tons of Sonic drinks.
Here's a quick question. What's y'all's favorite Sonic drink?
Strawberry limeade.
Strawberry
Slush.
limeade?
Strawberry,
Slush.
strawberry limeade.
Okay.
I would say so.
Slush?
Yeah.
No slush.
No slush.
Oh,
I just like the
alright.
liquid.
Okay.
You know what I
Like the
mean?
liquid, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Good
Anyway,
talk.
Sonic.
Just
All right, we'll see y'all
curious.
next week. No.
Just curious.
But anyway, go ahead and sign up for that.
Yeah.
And at the end of this episode, we will pose a question on Remind. You can respond via Remind. And with the answer, first person to respond will receive a Sonic gift card in the mail. It'll be cool. Like about a
that's
week.
really
You got to
cool.
give it about a week, but you'll get it in the mail.
more than cool.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So anyway, we're doing that today, but we're going to have a great time. Is it time to move on into the game?
Game?
game.
Yeah,
What do you know?
absolutely.
We
I
have a
think
game.
we should definitely get
Today's
to the
game is called Possibilities.
Possibilities.
Possibilities, all right? Everybody likes possibilities, right?
I do.
You like when things are possible, right? So,
Depends on what the possibilities are. Well, we're gonna find out.
so
This is a game of no right answers.
that's true.
Just
There's
the
no
right
right
ideas.
answers.
There are no
Wow.
right answers. There are only left answers.
Are there wrong answers?
Oh, there might be wrong answers.
well,
There's
so
no right
anyway,
answers, only wrong
now
answers.
that nobody's confused, we are.
Or maybe everybody's
We're gonna
confused.
move on. Yeah, I know. But so possibilities. This game is basically you are gonna. I don't know. It's like you're gonna walk around in our minds today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like what it is.
Like a deep walk in our minds.
That's right. And we are gonna see who is in tune. With us.
With us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That matters.
So, it does. It does. And so today, basically, what you're gonna see there is you're gonna see a question. We're gonna pose a question to you with several different options. I think it's 4 different options today. And what you have to decide is not what you would prefer or you think would be best, but you have to decide what one of us would think is best or the correct answer, what we're thinking of. You basically have to guess what we're thinking. Okay? And if you're in tune enough, you might just know it.
minds.
You might not be guessing at all. You know what I'm saying? But
Reading our minds.
that's right, just reading our
Mind
minds.
reader.
But
Studio Live.
pretty sure we don't have any of those out there. But anyway, so what you do is we're going to start with Adam, okay? And so David
with
and I will be guessing along with you guys as to what Adam is thinking and what his answer is going to be. And you try to
Exactly
guess
right.
what he is guessing and what he's thinking, all right?
All right, let's go
do
to the
it.
first one
Let's
to
do
just
it.
like
Ready.
kind of give an example. All right,
Example.
question number 1. Adam, you're the queen, not the king. You're the queen.
I am the queen.
It is time to pass a new law.
Okay.
Yes.
Here are your different
I'm ready.
options, okay? Your first option, eyebrows are illegal.
Okay.
Second option, if you make eye contact with somebody, you must immediately give them a hug.
Wow.
That's like even if you're like across the room, just immediately. You
You
gotta
gotta
run
sprint
over
over
there.
it.
And, yeah.
You don't even have to social distance?
Yes.
No.
Nope. No social
Okay.
distancing.
No
social
social
distancing.
Third option, ketchup must be put on everything you eat. Everything.
Okay. This one's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Cereal.
things I like ketchup with.
Right? Cereal. You
Cereal.
gotta put like Honey Nut Cheerios, gotta put ketchup on it.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts, gotta put ketchup on it.
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, some people do that, don't
Some
they?
people do
Don't
that.
they?
I think people already
Yeah,
put
some people do that. I
Yeah,
don't-
it's weird.
I don't know.
It's strange. If you do that,
Austin
don't.
probably does that.
All right, fourth option. At age 10, you pick a color, and from then on, all your clothes are that color. Which one would you pass as a law?
This is tough.
Adam.
But-
Oh my gosh.
I think I've got my answer.
All right, well, in the comments, let us know what you think Adam would choose. Austin, what do you think Adam would choose here?
Come on,
Well,
Austin.
I just got to say, the first answer, that would be hilarious. People that didn't have eyebrows walking around, it's like huge foreheads. That would be interesting.
Man, what a world.
What was that third answer? What's the?
The third one's ketchup must
The
be put on
ketchup.
everything you eat.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with B. Like you
B?
have to hug everybody
See,
when you make
kind
eye
of-
contact.
I'm leaning towards D because I
Okay.
think that Adam is a rational person, and I think that he's thinking for most of the men in the world who don't really like putting in a lot of effort. I don't mind putting in effort to like find clothes and stuff,
Right,
but
right,
a lot of guys
right.
they don't really want to go through the effort of figuring out what matches and what doesn't match. If you just pick a color and you're stuck with that color, it really just makes things a bit
Do you
easier.
get to pick the color?
Well, yeah, it says at age 10
You
you
get to
pick the
pick-
color.
Oh,
And
wow.
So,
Well,
I mean, at
So much for
10
changing your mind at age 20.
I kind of would like that though, because like my favorite color's been blue my whole
My,
life. So
same too.
it
Like,
would be kinda
literally,
easy
I'm
for
wearing
me.
blue. I'm wearing blue shoes. Like,
In fact, Angie tells me half the time, she's like, baby, wear something other than blue. Like, it's like you've got so many colors. So I don't know. I'm not gonna go.
I would probably go with blue, and I'd be fine.
Blue's a good color.
Yeah, but that's what I think that he would
You
pass
think
a
I would-
law that
Alright,
would
so,
actually maybe help some people out.
We've got some answers here. We've got A, a D. Emily Graham says D. Todd Taylor says C. John McGill says B.
Hey, John.
And then Josh Shirley. Josh Shirley's on there. Hey, Josh, how's
Hey,
it
Josh.
going? Says, I hope A is what he says. I know. I think that would be funny too. Right?
All right, well,
Okay.
let's turn it to you.
What do you think, bro? Here's the answer. What shall it be?
Eyebrow, wow, I can't talk. Eyebrows would be banned in my
Wow.
country.
Oh.
As queen.
Yes,
He went
as
for it.
queen, you are
Answer
banning
A.
eyebrows.
I'm banning
That is kind of cruel, honestly.
eyebrows.
Wow, you're like a
No more
tyrant
expressions.
queen. No more expressions.
The eyebrows.
I should have gone
Who's
with
that one actress
You know,
who like
I
just uses her eyebrow? Emilia Clarke. You know that? Like Game of Thrones and like.
Oh, yeah, she
Like
does
her
that.
eyebrows, like she would be out of a job.
She would be out of a job.
Yeah. Wow.
Or like The Rock.
What a world.
He
Or
The
could
Rock,
do the,
yeah, like
do
the,
the whole
like-
thing with his eyebrows that I
used
cannot
to,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see how the law would go over.
All right.
Anyway,
All right. Well,
All right,
who's
so
up next, sir? How about you take the
Okay,
next
sure.
one? You
I'll
take
take
the next one.
go for it.
All right. Cars are illegal.
Oh no!
What
I gotta
kind of
walk
transportation will people use instead? A. Moose-drawn chariots. B. Giant hamster balls.
Oh, like that
C.
game Monkey Ball. Remember that?
C. Rocket Heelys. Or D. Stilts with rollerblades attached to the bottom.
Wow. Good luck trying to walk with those.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is going to say a
okay.
lot about the type of
What
type of
about
person you are.
Type of man Austin is.
Okay, I think I got
think
my
you got
answer.
Yeah, you know
I
what it
think
is?
I got my answer.
All
yeah.
right. Okay. What do you think he's going to go with?
Austin's a rational man. There's only one option here, and it's the giant hamster balls. Okay. There's no other option on there that could reasonably work, especially for Austin. Yep, that's what I'm going to go with. Giant
Yep.
hamster balls.
I'm kind of leaning towards Rocket Heelys. For some reason, I can just see you where it's a Rocket Heelys,
Man,
just like
especially if
zooming
he
around.
mastered them, man. Ooh.
Yeah.
He'd be getting point A to point B pretty quickly there.
I
Wow.
can just see you. I can see you rocking those. But at the same time, see right here, it doesn't say that you're like the queen or anything. He was the queen, right? This is just
I was the
you
queen.
stating in general what people are going to be using. So that's why I'd go with that. If you were the queen and you were like giving a law what everybody else had to use, I think you'd go with stilts with rollerblades attached to the bottom because I think that you'd like messing with people and making them fall over. But I'm going to go with C, Rocket Heelys.
All right, we've got.
What do you guys
We
think?
got B, some B's here. John McGill says
Yeah.
A. Emily Graham says A. So
All right.
I don't know. All right,
Austin knows.
Yeah.
He knows his
I know. Now I really like the hamster ball idea,
Okay.
but I had to go with the Rocket Heelys
Oh.
Yep.
because
Oh.
Knew it.
I am a man of speed.
Yep. Yep.
You don't stop.
I don't stop. Like
Do
I'm,
it.
I'm ready to get
Yep.
from point A to point B as fast as I can.
Stop
You're
signs
like
mean
as
nothing
possible.
to
You're
Austin.
Tying those shoes on tight, and you're like, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Put on the helmet
Don't
and the
slip,
pads,
you know?
and let's just,
Wow,
just
Rocket
go.
Heelys.
So Rocket Heelys, that's what it is. That's
know?
what it
Okay,
is.
Wow,
So
there you
what a
go.
world. What a world.
I don't think anybody guessed that for me. So
I did.
No eyebrows
Yeah,
and
you
Rocket
did.
Heelys.
I got it.
What kind of
I
world
thought
are
you
we
switched
living
to stilts. And,
No, I said that's if you were like the ruler, you would do that to other people.
okay,
But
I
if you're
got you.
having to
But you
participate in
picked it.
this, you'd be like,
Okay.
yeah, Rocket
All
Heelys
right,
all the
cool.
way.
All right, David, it's you, buddy.
David.
Me.
This is yours.
Okay, when it rains, instead of water, this falls from the sky. A, tiny edible jelly slugs. B,
Tasty.
lollipops. C, cash money.
Oh.
Or D, a single large duck that rampages the town.
All right, now what
But
is that?
there's a caveat
Yeah,
on
what's
here.
the caveat? See,
Go ahead,
what's-
read that.
With cash money, it says that it's immediately devaluing our currency and destroying the economy. Who am I kidding? It's already destroyed. Right? So they're just adding their own little commentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little commentary.
Yes.
Some things to think about.
And so what was it? What was the last one again?
A single large duck that rampages the town.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And I know my answer.
And you get to pick?
Yes.
Wow.
I get to pick what falls from the sky instead of rain.
I think I'm gonna go by process of elimination with you, David. I definitely don't think it's cash money. I just, I just don't see that with you. And then lollipops, you're not a real. I gotta have sugar kind of guy. Like
sweet enough
sugar
as it is.
fiend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I see
I
that.
wouldn't go
Sweet
that
enough
far.
as it
but,
is.
you
Wow.
know.
Okay. Bold claim.
Yep.
The first two are kind of, I'm gonna go with the duck. I don't know about you, Austin.
I don't. That one. I'm between the duck and the jelly slug.
It seems like David wants to be the hero. He wants to take this duck down.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. That's true.
David
Okay.
Tate, hero of our city.
I kind of tend
Slayer
to agree
of
with
giant
that.
duck.
I mean, because jelly
Slayer of
slugs is
giant
another edible thing, and I mean, David likes to eat. Don't get me wrong.
I do.
But
I do
Slayer
like
of
to
ducks,
eat.
David Tate.
I'm gonna go with the duck too. I think
Yep.
I'm gonna be with you on that
think
one.
so.
What everybody saying in there?
Yeah.
Anybody
what do we got?
comment?
Okay,
What do we think?
we've got D. Todd Taylor says D. John McGill says A.
Okay.
Emily Graham B. Cody Dollison says B. So
Wide range of options.
yeah,
Well,
it's kind of all
from
over the place.
viewers.
But we did have Todd's kind of with us. He's like, I think it's going to be the large duck.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So
if I'm being honest with you guys, there is only one option in here that's acceptable to me, and it's
Okay.
the duck.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
Man,
like,
I love
right
talking
there.
about
edible
it.
jelly
We
slugs,
know
like,
you.
that would just be weird. I
Yeah.
wouldn't care for that. It's like just edible. Like, what do you do with those? Like, it's just like it's useless.
Yeah,
The
ew.
lollipops, that would probably hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like lollipops like raining
It'd be
and
like
hitting your
hail.
head?
Yeah.
It'd, like break
And
your
then the
car
money, it's
windows.
like it says, it just ruins the economy. I mean, it'd be cool to
Yeah.
have the money, but not really, because then like, what do you do with it? Like, there's so much of it, not
I know.
useful.
You know what else
But
ruins the
one
economy?
single giant duck.
Not the giant duck, because you're gonna destroy that duck.
Yeah. No, but just like it's a single large duck, right? It's only gonna rain one more time.
How big are we
And a
talking
si-
here?
I'm imagining like
Like
Godzilla.
Godzilla?
I'm
I know.
imagining a Godzilla duck.
At least skyscraper size
100%.
duck, like
Well, if he falls from the sky, does that mean he like dies on impact? You know?
Well, no, I don't think so because
Well,
he does rampage the town.
I don't
so
know.
You have to at least
I think he
survive
probably
long
kills
enough.
a few people on the way
Well,
down.
Probably creates like a
maybe
crater
so.
of some sort.
Yikes.
I don't know.
But yeah, to me that's the only possible scenario. I just imagine what it would look like.
You know,
like,
ducks can fly, so it's not like
Well, that's true.
It does say he falls from the sky, but it
Like,
doesn't
you
say he
know.
never flies. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, his flaps would create like tornadoes around the area and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, no big
I just
deal.
want to know what it would look like. Whenever you
How would you destroy
see
the duck?
clouds like gathering together.
Yeah.
What would it look like whenever the duck's about to fall? You're just like, like, you just see like you hear like this like ominous
Sky
quacking.
dims.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Lightning
know how to
starts
take the duck
striking.
out. I mean, like I don't know.
How would you take it out?
I'd probably just dehydrate for not having any rain, but we'd probably dehydrate first.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right, let's see. I think
Yeah.
Adam's up
Yeah, let's
next.
go to the next one.
Next
All right, question number 4.
All right.
Pick an exotic mythical creature as a pet.
Oh.
You can have either
Well, we know
a,
he likes pets.
Yes.
I mean,
All right.
you can have a feral cyclops pig.
Okay. Okay.
You can have a tiny winged hedgehog.
Oh,
You can have a merbear,
what is that?
like a mermaid bear,
A mermaid bear.
a merbear.
Merbear.
Or you can have a uniwhale. Not the same thing as a narwhal. Don't argue.
No arguing from me.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly where my mind went. I would have definitely argued that point.
It is not a narwhal.
No, it is not
What,
a narwhal.
Wait, why does it say narwhal? Is it narwhal or narwhal?
It's narwhal.
It's
yeah, why
wall,
is it?
not
I don't know.
well. Does
It says narwhal on here.
Oh, it sure does.
Narwhal.
It sure was. They
Yeah.
don't even know how to spell narwhal.
Or
so how
maybe-
do they know if it's
or
not the
maybe
same
that's-
thing?
maybe
They
Yeah,
don't
they
even know how to
don't.
spell it. I mean, seriously.
I
Who are we
Narwhal.
kidding here?
All right, so you can have a feral cyclops pig, a tiny winged hedgehog, a merbear, or a uniwhale. I, for one, I don't know. I'm split between A and C. I'm thinking you're gonna go with either the cyclops pig or the merbear.
Do you think a cyclops pig tastes better than a regular pig?
You shouldn't be asking that if it's your pet.
Well, hey, I mean,
I mean,
you know, maybe
if
I'm
you get
hungry.
desperate, if the duck is rampaging the town and you can't go out and buy groceries, you might just have to take out the
The
pig.
cyclops pig.
Yeah.
Todd's guessing B.
B. Oh, the tiny winged hedgehog. That'd be kind of cute.
Yeah, John McGill says C. Emily
Yeah.
Graham B. Mark, Cody or Mark says B. I think
I'm gonna go with merbear.
Merbear.
Because
I-
that feral cyclops pig would be terrifying. You wouldn't want that in your house.
I think a tiny winged hedgehog. I'm gonna go with that. A tiny winged hedgehog.
Oh, well,
Whale? Was it
wait,
whale?
Oh,
Whale.
give it as a hint here.
You know, these are all great answers, but you know, I think there's only one true answer, and it's the tiny winged hedgehog.
Oh my goodness.
You know, like
I
just
mean,
think about Sonic the Hedgehog with the ability to fly.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, he'd be really fast at
Yeah.
flying.
the only thing is you would want to be careful, make sure he doesn't fly into you, because that might hurt. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
You know,
That's
if he
right.
flew into your chest.
Yes.
And it might kill him.
Well, yeah, it might kill him. It's like a Watts sting, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a
but-
lose-lose for both of us.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Who knows?
Like I'm feeling like we're really in tune here. Like
I feel like
I'm,
we are
you know,
too.
I mean, I'm getting
We
the
are
vibe.
in tune.
Oh,
I'm
you have the
just-
same
I'm
brain
saying.
waves going on
We
there.
know each other.
All right, Austin, you're up. Let's
it's
go to
me
you.
already. All right.
Choose a superpower.
Power.
You can have invisibility, but you can't see anything. Which that's actually a really interesting thing. Like the idea, you know, like your irises and everything. Like,
I'm blind.
yes.
What part of the scenario is that a good
don't
good
exist.
option?
Well, nobody
Yeah.
can see you
You're
being
invisible.
dumb, just like wandering around running into walls. Okay, so there's invisibility, but you can't see anything. You can read minds, but it's all in French. You can fly, but only upside down. Or your fingertips shoot spaghetti.
That's always been my dream.
Dude, I'd have lunch everywhere I went. I'd say,
I personally, I think that your natural inclination might be to
I know
go
what
with
I'm
C.
doing. I know what I'm doing.
I think you would
already.
naturally like lean towards flying upside down, but the thing is, I think you'd regret it very quickly because the blood's like rushing to your head. You wouldn't be able to go very far. And
Like,
you're a
how
man
do
of
you mean
speed.
flying
You're
upside down? Like flying horizontally upside down, or flying like
upside down.
Like
Upside down. I'm
pretty
pretty sure
sure
it's
it's
specified.
Feet up in the air.
I'm pretty sure it means feet up in the air.
Oh, is that what you think?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I think. I mean, yeah, because who cares if you're just like flying like woo, that'd be kind of cool.
I think he's gonna choose the shooting
I think
spaghetti.
I think that's what he's gonna
I mean,
go
that's
with.
the only option right here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if someone's bothering you, you can just spray them with spaghetti noodles and they'll leave.
Especially if they don't like Italian food.
Now, are they
mess with
cooked
them.
spaghetti?
That's what I was thinking.
Or are they uncooked?
Like
no,
raw
it's like-
noodles that you're shooting.
Because you could actually
You
do
poke
some
someone's eye out
damage.
doing that, you know what I
You
mean?
could do some damage with that.
Oh yikes!
Like Palpatine with the Force lightning, spaghetti, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so we've got a lot
like
of
a
people are
supervillain.
saying D. A lot of people are going with your answer, Adam. D.
Hey, David.
Lisa Nicholson says C. John McGill
Upside
says
down.
D. Like just about everybody is going with D except Lisa. She's
I
going
mean,
with C.
you know, if you could read French, if you learned French,
That
I
would be
mean,
cool.
You'd be able to read
But would
minds.
you want to read everybody's mind?
I don't know.
That could be a bad thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You know?
It doesn't say you have to. It just means you can. Like maybe like in one situation you're like, you know, I'd really like to read this person's mind. Well, you'll have the ability. Like you won't be able to be like, ah, man, it'd be nice to be able to. You'd be able to.
All right, we ready for my answer?
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right, my answer is C.
C.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
you would fly upside,
Upside down.
Upside down, I would do it
the
because
blood
it doesn't
rushing
mean
to
you
your
have to
head.
fly upside down all the time. Like you could fly upside down for a little ways, and then that would be it.
Well, you
But
just
see,
walk.
look, I don't want to know whatever is in everybody else's mind. I seriously don't. Like,
I know what you mean.
I just
Like,
imagine
get
you
that.
like walking.
I don't
He
know.
just like flips upside down, flies
All
a
right,
little
guys,
bit.
I'm
flips
late.
back
I gotta
up.
be there. You know?
Yeah. And spaghetti is like, no,
Okay.
I don't know. That could
All
get
right.
messy. All right.
Good. You're right.
All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, that's my turn.
Your
Right?
turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
Choose a place to live. A floating castle, but it's over Detroit. Okay. B, an underground cave system with a bat butler, a battler, if you will, named Cecil.
Cecil the Battler.
C, a house made of candy, but kids are always stealing your walls and stuff. Or D, a yacht manned by tiny squirrel sailors. I 100% know my answer.
I think it's got to be D, right? The yacht manned by tiny squirrel sailors. I mean, that sounds awesome.
That is great.
I mean, do they have their own uniforms and stuff? Are they barking out commands to the other squirrels? Like, that's awesome.
I mean, that would just be amusing to watch. Like
Right?
to sit back and watch
A
that.
giant yacht with all these squirrels on it.
Squirrels.
As long as they don't sleep with you, you know.
Yeah.
Underground cave
What do you
with
think,
a
Austin?
bat butler, though. That's kind of cool. Like, is it a nice underground cave or is it like a dungeon cave?
Oh, yeah,
I
you
mean,
would
that's what
want
you
that.
gotta. I don't know
Snakes
about that
everywhere.
one.
Ugh.
And then a floating castle, but it's over Detroit. Like floating in the air. Is that what that means? Or on water?
Probably in the air.
In the air.
yeah, it's
oh, it
over
says
the
in the
air.
picture right there.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in
there's the picture. Yeah.
So a
that'd be
floating
kinda
castle,
cool.
but it's over Detroit. Why does it matter if it's over Detroit?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is that a
it's like-
bad thing?
It's not like it's over a volcano or something.
I
you
know.
I don't want to
like-
live in Detroit.
I mean,
Well, I don't necessarily want to live in Detroit, but if I'm gonna be able to live in a castle, like
unless
Not
people
the
like
worst
pull
thing in the world.
pranks on you or something.
not even
and
in
start
Texas,
Shooting
so-
fireworks up at your castle.
Right.
That could be bad.
But I think it's gonna have to be for me. I think David would choose the yacht with squirrel sailors.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
Anybody say anything in the comments?
Yeah. What do we got? What do we
Let's
got?
see. D's all around.
Wow.
D's all around. Yep. They're going with D. I don't think there's anybody in disagreement on this. I hope we're right.
Unanimous
because,
decision. D.
I know it's
Tell
unanimous.
us.
I
I
mean,
hate to
the
break it to
pressure is
y'all.
on you.
I hate to break it to y'all.
But it's B.
I'm gonna go with B.
What?
Yeah.
B?
I'm a practical man.
Underground cave
Yeah, yeah.
system.
A battler.
Well, I should
practical
have known that because you're an adventurous person.
Yeah.
Like you would like to traverse the caves underground.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was just I was just
should've-
being practical about it. Like a floating castle, I can't fly, so would I have to stay? I wouldn't
Upside
be able to
down,
leave.
Austin can.
I'll give you a
You'd have
lift,
to
bro.
go. You just fly me up there.
It'd be great
Like,
because Austin could grab your hands and it would be
There
like,
you go.
you're
That's
holding
right.
on, and Austin's
That's
like
right, because I'm upside down.
already,
Okay,
you know. So.
Yeah, but it's like I was like I can't. How can I get up and down from there? I don't know. I had to like buy a private jet or something. And then a house made of candy. Well, like that honestly sounds kind of gross.
Yeah.
It really like. And I'm not a
Slimy.
huge candy person.
Everything's sticky
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
just doesn't sound very great.
Yeah.
And a yacht manned by tiny squirrel sailors, as adorable as that sounds.
Come on, that was the right answer.
Man, like, what if they're terrible? Like, they would crash your yacht immediately. And they're just
It
like,
didn't say dumb
Yeah,
squirrels.
they could be the most.
Like, they
intelligent
could be the most
squirrels ever.
intelligent sailors
this
ever.
is a yacht manned by tiny. It specifies tiny. These
Like,
aren't-
I'm thinking
these aren't-
Jerry Jones
These,
yacht.
but
Like,
these,
I'm thinking...
these aren't even normal-sized squirrels. It says tiny
Hey,
squirrels.
maybe they have a tiny steering wheel. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Maybe.
I mean, it could happen.
I don't know. And it also just sounds like, squirrels are kind of terrifying.
I don't know.
Like, if they turned on me, they could just steal my yacht.
I don't know. You disappoint me.
Like, squirrels are...
Okay.
This is over. This discussion is over.
All right.
How about we do one more?
One
How
more.
about we do
Okay.
one more?
Okay, this one that goes to Adam.
We'll
Yeah.
end with Adam
End
here.
with me.
All right,
Okay.
time to update the dollar. What's on the front? A raccoon with a cape. B, buffalo flexing its biceps. C, George Washington, but it's a cat. Or D, a pickle with sunglasses.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, wow.
Update. Time to update it all. What's on the front? All right. Raccoon with cape, buffalo flexing its biceps, George Washington.
Wow, this
I think
is
I know.
tough.
I think I know what you're gonna go with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that you're going to go with C, George Washington, but it's a cat.
Okay.
Mainly because you have a cat. You like cats.
Okay.
We just had this like cat compilation video at the beginning.
Fair enough.
But you also don't want to like shake up history too much, Like
Yeah,
you don't want.
You want to keep it George Washington.
Yeah, because a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people would get
yeah,
really mad
yeah.
if they just changed it from George Washington to something totally different, right? If you replace like a founding father with like a pickle, you'd be like,
See,
You
that'd be
know,
insulting.
I
Cats are more
just-
intelligent than us anyway.
yeah, right. So I think you'd stick with George Washington just to like keep the peace.
You know, I hate to say the same answer, but I think I have to because the other ones I just don't like.
I don't mind the raccoon with the cape. That sounds kind of cool.
Um,
I'm picturing
what
like
are
a
people saying in the
Zorro.
comments?
Picturing like a Zorro raccoon.
okay, we've got
Robin Hood?
A, C, C, A,
Okay.
pretty much. B. There's a B in there.
All right.
John McGill says B.
All right, John.
Buffalo flexing its biceps.
No,
Yeah.
Todd
do
Taylor
buffaloes
says A.
Biceps.
So I don't
I
know.
guess
I
they
mean,
have 4.
Yeah. It's like all of them.
all right,
Well-
Adam, what do you want, buddy?
Oh, I think I'll go with George Washington, but it's a cat. I think that was the only true answer.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too.
I don't
in
think
that
there's
one.
any other
I
answer.
I didn't see that
I
going
mean-
anywhere else.
I'd agree.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
All right.
nothing much else to say.
Yep. I agree. There you go.
That's it.
So we made through that.
Possibilities too, everyone.
That's right.
Possibilities
I
too.
hope you enjoyed that.
Now you know our mind's a little bit better.
That's right. That's true. You may not want to, but you do anyway. We're gonna go. I promised you at the beginning that we were gonna have some kind of welcome videos for Adam because we are glad that you're here, buddy. And I know a lot of people are. We couldn't get everybody on the show today, but we've got several videos that we'd like to show you that are just welcoming you, saying, "Hey, we're glad that you're here." So we're gonna let you guys see those. And then we'll visit with you afterwards. But
Alrighty. Here we
we
go.
Stop hitting me.
the Brown Boys,
I'm on the knee.
they crack me up.
Hey.
That was a good punch right there.
No,
Be a boxer.
Hi, Adam.
Hi,
Welcome to the church for the Browns. Nice to meet you.
I'm Christopher.
I'm Harrison. I'm Nicholas.
Just
Thank
keeps
you.
going. I love it.
That's
Hi
wonderful.
Adam, hope you're
Ellen.
doing well. I just wanted to say I am very excited to have you here at First Baptist. Permanently cannot wait to get to know you better and to make some memories.
Ellen's so sweet.
Excuse my hair, but Adam, we are so excited to have you as our student pastor at First Baptist. We know they're going to do amazing. We know that we're all going to be blessed because of you, and we wish you the best.
Hey Adam, I just wanted to say hey, welcome to FBP. We are the MVP, and we're the best, and you're gonna love us. There's a lot of different personalities, and you will definitely have a fun time, so welcome!
Hey Adam, I just wanted to welcome you and Ashlyn to First Baptist. I know everyone's really excited to have y'all here, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for the both of you.
Hi Adam, welcome to Youth Ministry. Glad you're here.
Welcome to our church. We're so glad you're here.
We're so excited to have you, Adam and Ashlyn.
Hi, Adam. So, me and my brother Andrew.
Man,
and my
how
sister
beautiful
Lydia,
is
I
that?
know, that's gorgeous.
Nathan, we all want to
I
say
actually really like this
hi
video
and
too.
welcome
Yeah, they did a
every
great job,
week
didn't
for
they?
you and Ashlyn. We're in New Mexico right now, so we can't really watch the studio live.
Snow in the
but we all
background and
just
everything.
wanted to say hi and would like to welcome you. Right, guys? Yeah! Bye!
Well, Adam,
Wow.
I think it is safe to say that we are happy to have you here.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you guys.
Look at that.
Yeah.
My
Those
mom
videos
is
mean a
currently
lot.
calling me. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Mom, we're in the middle of
We're
filming
going
something.
live here,
no,
people.
not right now, Mom.
Do not disturb.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope that made you feel welcome,
It
buddy.
did, absolutely.
I hope you have felt welcome because we are certainly glad that
Wow.
you're here.
I'm so excited to be
but,
here.
But anyway, we're going to kind of move right along. I know Adam's going to be bringing the message today. And he's got a few words to share with you that I think are going to be real relevant to your life and to our church, and just a good word from him. So we're going to kind of turn it over to Adam and
Yeah,
let him go
well,
with it.
I want you to watch this cool video before. If you don't know anything about competitive cheerleading, it's crazy. It's like the energy and the hype in the rooms when they're doing the competitions and the routine is just insane. So there's this really funny video that I want you guys to watch of this coach, like the camera's behind this coach, who is just cheering on his team, and it's just great. But it's going to set up what we're about to talk about. So give it a watch.
Alrighty.
This is a code 3. Well, we got some rights to read. Requesting backup.
Fully loaded SWAT team breaking out the cuffs. Put your hands behind your back. Double low, lock 'em up. Spot the big 415.
In the 305.
America's most wanted. They check it for me.
Top Gun.
Take cover. This is not a test. I hope that you're prepared. I can hear the sleigh. I didn't come to play with you. This is a searching season. Where to run?
Well, competitive cheerleading is quite ridiculous, as you might have seen in that last video. I remember the first time I went to a competitive cheer competition with Ashlyn, my wife. I was blown away by how crazy loud, how energetic, how hype everybody was. And so it reminded me of this past weekend when Ashlyn and I took a trip to Waco. Ashlyn, in the start of last August, worked with two cheerleading teams, level 2.1 and 1.1. Those are just levels of cheerleading. And she worked alongside him and developed a routine. And this past spring, she was able to perform in 2 competitions. But because of quarantine and the global pandemic, the other competitions were cut short. And so Ashlyn hasn't actually seen her girls in like 3 months. So when we went to Waco this past weekend, it was the first time that she had interacted with her girls and even got to practice or do anything with them in 3 months. And so we were kind of worried that they wouldn't hit their stunts properly, they wouldn't be able to do their dance routine, they would forget some stuff. And so we got there, and all the girls saw Ashlyn, and it was like a reunion. Ashlyn smiled, and a bunch of hugs, a bunch of loving. And then Ashlyn introduced herself to the parents because this was their final routine of the year. They had all their other routines canceled, and this was kind of their big hoorah, the last event that they were going to do for the year. And so Ashlyn introduces herself to the parents, and she starts the music, and her cheer team starts their routine, and they just kill everything. I mean, they did way better than we thought they were going to do. It's like they got better in quarantine. And after Ashlyn was crying, and all her girls were crying because this was like the last thing that Ashlyn was ever going to be able to do with these girls. You know, we moved, and so she had already like told them that, but still, it was becoming real for her. And then, but I was kind of standing over to the side of the mat, kind of looking on in this box, and what I saw was a picture of heaven. And you might be saying, "Wow, that's crazy, Adam. You saw a picture of heaven at a cheer competition." Well, all the parents were smiling for their daughter. Ashlyn was crying. Her girls were all giving her hugs, and it just reminded me how important community is. It was kind of one of the first things that I've done since the quarantine that showed how important community is. And we, if you haven't realized it, we have been deprived of community, of physical community. And I think that's really important. And so I was reading the Bible the other day and came across one of Paul's letters, the First Thessalonians, his letter to the community of the Thessalonians. And if you've ever paid attention to Paul's letters, he introduces himself and then he writes a thanksgiving immediately after in almost all of his letters. And in this thanksgiving, it might be the temptation to skip over it because, like, oh yeah, there's the Thanksgiving. Like, why would I read that? But it really provides insight onto what I think an ideal community of believers looks like. So if you'll open your Bible to 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 at the very beginning, and I'm going to read starting in verse 6. You became imitators of us and of the Lord, for you welcomed the message in the midst of severe suffering with the joy given by the Holy Spirit. And so you became a model to all believers in Macedonia and Achaia. The Lord's message rang out from you, not only in Macedonia and Achaia. Your faith in God has become known everywhere. Man, this just blew me away, because Paul is saying that this community of the Thessalonians, during the midst of severe suffering, they were able to welcome the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and they were able, through that, to become models to all believers everywhere. I mean, that's pretty big stuff. And I think that is something that we should strive to be like. We should strive to be like. And so I know you're thinking, like, well, what can we do now, Adam? You know, like, what can we do? We're in our houses. We can't go places. Like, things are closed off. Church is even closed to some form. Like, what are we going to do? Well, I want you to be asking yourself a question when you read this chapter, when you think about community and how important it is for us. How are you responding to this quarantine, and how are you showing community and keeping that community during this whole thing? What if you texted a friend that you haven't talked to in a while? What if you played a board game with your family? I mean, it's so easy for us to kind of get comfortable in the place we're at in this quarantine and not want to be in community with others. I know when I was in the quarantine, it was a lot easier for me to just say, well, I'll just stay inside. And so the temptation is real to do that, but community is so important. And so while we're coming out kind of on the other side of this thing, what kind of things are we doing to maintain community, maintain relationships that we've built up? What kind of things are we doing? Be thinking about that. Another thing I want us to start thinking about is, how can we make this transition out of quarantine back into normal life? How can we make this transition seamless as possible? Specifically in our student ministry, how can we make it seem like we didn't miss a beat? How are we going to come back on the other side of this thing and become models for all believers around us, all believers everywhere, like the church of the Thessalonians? And so I would encourage you that community is essential and that we need to look like the community of the Thessalonians when we come out of this quarantine, we come out of this pandemic on the other side. I want you to know that Ashley and I are so glad to be here, and we can't wait to get to know some of you. And I want you to know that Austin and David, your high school, your junior high leaders, they want this kind of community to be springing up in the student ministry of FBP. And we want to do anything in our power to get to know you, to get you plugged in, to get you to know people around you, so that our community at FBP can look like the community of the Thessalonians. So if you would, I'd love to pray for you before we end this little Bible study time. God, thanks for the gift of community. Thanks for making it so obvious in Scripture that we need community. We need to be in communion with others. We need to know each other, and we need to know you. Thank you for giving us this letter that Paul wrote to the church of the Thessalonians. And thank you for the model that they were to the believers around them. Could you let that be an encouragement and an inspiration to us to be models to believers around us and around the world? We love you. We trust you. And we know that despite our efforts, you are ultimately the captain of the ship, and you will bring us through this quarantine on the other side and make our faith stronger than ever. We love you, and we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
That is so important, David.
Yep.
You know, community and living together, going through life together, right? I think that's a good word. You know, just, you know, the Bible talks about, you know, iron sharpening iron, you know, living the Christian life together, learning from one another.
It is not good for man to be alone.
That's right. So we need that community. That's a good word, Adam. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now, just a few things as we kind of start wrapping up here. We're planning some different things here coming up in the next week or two. Now, next week we'd like to do a couple of Zoom, maybe one or two Zoom lunches next week, and we'll let you guys know via Remind and email and social media, kind of like we normally do. But we would love for you to join us and just hang out.
We miss interacting with y'all.
Yeah,
you know, like it was
so
cool.
miss
Like
that.
at church, we got to see some of you and stuff, but like it's not the same. We want to interact with people.
That's
so
right.
So we want to do stuff that actually allows us to talk with one another, allows y'all to hang out with one another, hang out with us,
right?
Get to know Adam.
Yes.
All that stuff.
For sure. So next week we're gonna plan it. So be watching for that. It'll be at noon. One day next week we'll Zoom. We'll just hang out. I mean, no real plan. Just talking. Just hanging out, eating together, right?
Right.
Just like if we could go out to a restaurant and just hang out and eat, right? I wish
Chili's,
we could.
you know?
Soon, hopefully.
I know, very soon. But we'll do that, and then we've also got in the works. It may not be next week, but we've got in the works of doing just a game night. So
It's my kind of night, also.
yeah. So that's gonna be fun. So you'll be
Game
just.
night.
Yeah, keep your ears open for that as well. But next week for sure, we're going to do those Zoom lunches. And then David, I think there was one more thing.
Yes. Be on the lookout because we are going to have some sort of meme competition next week. We're going to be sending out a picture, and we want y'all to produce the best possible memes.
Okay.
Yeah, it involves Adam here. Yeah. And we're going to try to produce the best possible memes and see who produces the best ones. And we're going to judge them.
Yeah.
So, sorry, what were you going to say?
High quality stuff.
Oh, high quality stuff, yes.
This will go all over the internet.
Yes, it's going to be
Could
all
be
over
famous.
the
It's
place.
going viral, people.
So,
It's going viral.
be on the lookout for that. I think Austin will send it out somehow to y'all.
Right.
And we want some good memes. So put on your meme-making hats and let's do this and spread the word.
We'll do it.
But I think that's it, right?
I think that's it. Now, I hope you have registered for Remind. I'm about to send out the question right now when we end the live show, and you can just respond and hopefully win a gift card.
All right.
Gift card.
But, yep.
Well,
Thank y'all for
everybody,
joining
thank
us.
you for-
Thank you, Adam, for being here with us, buddy.
my
We're so
pleasure.
glad you're here.
Yep, and
All
we will
right.
see
Great.
y'all next time.
We'll see you
Until
next
then,
week.
keep a smile on your face and don't let anybody steal your joy.